Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. In today's episode, we're going to be running a brand new list. I've not played a single game with it. I just thought it sounded like a fun idea and I've called it Texo Time. So the plan of this is to make as good use out of Rebuilder Texo as possible. So if you don't know already, Texo is a 3-cost unit, has reinforced structure as the most important part, restore 2 health to a damaged crew. If restored to full health, its health is permanently increased by 3. Now there's a few things that can make really good use of this. The first two being both Flurry and Noxy. So with resilient units they can only ever take 2 health at a time, which means that if they ever get hit once, they're going to be able to use Rebuilder Texo to immediately heal back up to full and gain additional health, and given that it increases the max health by 3, that's 2 more times you need to damage those units for them to ever even take effect. So we need a couple of ways to trigger these, but we don't have too many in the list. We've not gone all in on it. We've gone for Detonia first of all. She's just a really consistent way of doing it, also a very useful early game unit. And then on top of that, we've basically just got Crash and Gardener Joe themselves. Now, other things that could potentially benefit from taking damage, Tipu grows as it is, and if we can find a situation where we can get Tipu to get hit back for maybe 2 damage, and then we can grow again, really does start to tick up. Gardener Joe being the clear choice for this because we can Thornvine just to increase our unit's health essentially if we have Texo out as well. We've got Furia here, takes a damage every turn, can heal every turn, get bigger and bigger, harder to deal with. Crash takes damage when you activate because you take 2 damage anyway, but also people will attack back as well. We've got Pacifier Oatly, returns Screw to the bridge and takes damage, and also to make it a little bit easier, we've put in the Defense Dome to reduce that damage taken down to 1 most of the time, rather than to nothing, or in some situations would reduce it entirely, which doesn't work too well with Texo, but it's still useful to have. Don't envisage us playing this too much, but it could be useful. And then we've just got Savria in here as a nice little sort of solid 2-drop. We don't want to go anything too drastic, we didn't need Deadeye, we just wanted to go for something that can hold points, help keep things alive, and honestly I think this looks like a lot of fun. So we're going to give it a go. As always, we're going to ranked. You can see here we probably dropped, we haven't dropped luckily because we just lost miserably to Antlion Man over and over again in the previous video, but really good looking top list here. But we're going to jump in with Texo Time. It does say, I thought I'd written Taxo Time for a second, and hopefully have some fun. So if you guys enjoyed this, please do like, comment, subscribe, join us on Patreon. Anything you can do to support the channel is really appreciated. But for now, I'll see you once we get in the game. Okay, we have found ourselves a game against Guan Yu at level 97, 50 points for victory. That's one of the highest ranking badges I think I've seen. Is that just the gold one? It looks so much more dramatic. Maybe it's not the highest ranking, but it looks awesome. I want it. I don't think this is the list to get it though. This is probably not going to be the one that saves us. I'm not holding out much hope. I think it was going to be fun, but I'm not holding out much hope. So we are in the good old Gardener Joe mirror match. So the question is, where do we want to go first of all? We've got three leadership coming initially. Honestly, I don't know if any of this is useful. If they deploy a plant, we can't do much about the plant because we're going to be out of range. We don't have a range attack ourselves, so I think we might just be fertilizing and running this way. So they're probably deploying a plant because they didn't fertilize. Either that or they just knew they didn't need to go very far. Okay, they're just going to use Savria. Okay, Savria and a plant, pretty good. Ooh, protecting the plant. I like that. That's a really cool little interaction. It's a just way of making sure that you guaranteed your early things there. So honestly, that kind of makes me want to do the plant. I don't want to be behind in the plant game, so let's just pop ourselves a Thornvine just over here and keep it nice and safe. And to be honest, do we want to do anything? Okay, well, we're here to play Texo, so if we play Texo now, it doesn't really do anything. So let's do the same. We'll protect us. We'll protect our plant as well. Double plant protection, the future meta. So we're going to 4 next turn. So 4's nice for Furia, and then the following turn we can like Texo and start buffing it. Yeah, so lots of movement here. I imagine they're going to be taking this point. Yeah. Interestingly, we should be able to do roughly the same, which is kind of silly, but is what it is. The problem is we need to try and see if we can get onto this point and then move there, because yeah, they've got the movement there. I'm not sure whether we can get to both. Maybe we should have tried to move a slightly different route. But we absolutely need to contest this. We can't just do nothing. So if Savria can get down there, and we can... in fact, we can always just deploy Furia over here and try and keep her safe. So more plants. The plant's going to move. I'm going to guess they don't have any resource to Savria buff here, so that's nice. So yeah, I mean that's... It's funny because we're actually going to play exactly the same starting turns, even though who knows what the list is essentially meant to be doing.
No one is in the
Love that. Okay. So we'll fertilise all of these.
No accident.
I think we might be able to get onto there, which is nice. So Savria already has a shield barrier onto the plant. Does it not? Oh, did the plant changes? Interesting. Okay. So we're going to shield barrier ourselves and just tow in over here. Gardener Joe is going to take this point, and then we are going to go with Furia. We're here for the big game here. So we'll pop Furia down. She's not going to use her range attack. We'll just pass the turn. We're contesting one, so they're going to be slightly ahead, but not enough that it's enough to warrant any difficulty. We'd rather have this going on and protect our units, and they've gone for an extra plant. So we can deal with another plant in a minute. But we just wanted to keep Savria slightly safer, especially if they play their own into it. We could maybe go in there and trade with Furia, which would be really nice, especially if we can then just start using Texo to build it back up. Or if we need to, we can always play something like Tipu.
Seems secure.
Okay, so they're going over here. What are they going to play? Oh no, we didn't actually lose any health. Oops, so Texo doesn't do anything yet. But we will probably be able to use Texo. Peacemaker Balam, okay. Okay, so they can't quite get both, it doesn't look like. We will absolutely be trying our best to deal with Balam as soon as possible. Or just anything across here whatsoever. So what can we do? We're going up to 4 next turn. So Texo is probably just out of the question here. They've got the protection there, that's fine. I mean, we could just move on to the captain. Show shouldn't have speed this turn as well, right? Sorry, Savria. Okay, yeah, it's gone down again. So there is no way of unstunning people right now. So is there a way of deploying behind there? That's the interesting part. It could even be that we just sort of tow in here. Do we dent Savria and then try and heal up? Pop the shield. Where can Texo go? So we can go all the way over here and still be in range. Which is kind of nice. I think we'll just go for this. We want to start getting Texo buffed. And then Savria can shield barrier over here. And then let's plant ourselves a Thornvine out. I don't think this is the ideal game state, but it's a very interesting one. So again, this is just carrying on over here. Okay, Texo taking that wasn't ideal. I didn't consider that. I should have moved slightly further this way, but at least we've poked the captain a bit. I like the fact we've spread out enough so that Balam isn't just completely wrecking us here, but they've got 6 Cinder coming. 6 leadership. Our plan might have to be to try and get down a flurry, touching multiple things, and just burning down the captain. So they're just carrying on with Furia, that's fine. The question is, can they do anything? If we can place our flurry down here, and like touch 2 things and get triggers onto the captain, it might just be the case that we just go full damage. Just try and like push out onto them and get damage dealt. So Arya misses. Interesting. So the fact that we're not on that objective is very awkward. The question is, can Texo find a little gap around here? I don't think we can. More protection. Going for Cinder Piles is interesting. Because I mean that does give us at least something to hit. We can just pop a plant down over here, I imagine. Because we've only got 2, haven't we? Yeah, we've only got 2 plants. If they're doing this, we will just try and find a way to deal with that. I will absolutely try and find a way to deal with that, and like maybe like deploy over here. Okay, lots of mess, that's fine. Okay, they get some misses. They hit themselves.
Your opponent has a 1-point lead.
Okay, our plant grows. So where can we deploy Flurry? So we can deploy Flurry over here, which I think might even work. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and just try and deal with Aria with plants. And just... We're going to rely on our plant here moving this direction. So we're going to plant a thorn vine here.
Guard your soft parts.
So the question, does this thing block Flurry deploying as well? Because that's really frustrating if so. So we want to just move...
Yes, and
Right, Texo's going to move this way. Savria's kind of trapped actually. That's very unfortunate. So let's put Flurry down here, but standing out of the way. We don't want to be in base contact with this, but I think we don't have much choice. Fine, we're just going to move over to here. We're going to do this. Shield barrier ourselves. Hit here, get hit back. Oh no, because this is in the way of the plant. Oh, that's in the way of the plant. We should have... This could still kill this, though. We killed that. Come on, get the kill here. Okay, good. We're making progress. They can still double stun here, but at least we've got angles in this route. Texo can just start coming around here and taking this away. So, we're doing okay. They still have to use Balam somewhere. We've got 6 coming up, so we can play Noxie, we can play Oatly. Yeah, so they're just pushing on Furia. They could potentially just go for the stun again, and at that point though they're probably just sacrificing here. If this is a hit and run, they can't get in range. What have they got here? This is an interesting deployment. Oh, is this a turret? Because if it's a turret, I don't think they can quite get there. This plant being here is so frustrating, because we're actually just out of range of doing what we need to. We've kind of blocked ourselves in a bit. Oh, it's switchback. Okay. Go on, miss, miss, miss. Yes, they missed one. And we can block that. In fact, we might even be able to get Texo in range. So if we like deploy over here and Texo up there, that could be great for us. And Flurry can potentially be huge here. If we move Savria out, say like up here, Flurry into this gap. And have they used their Spore Puff yet? What did they use it on? Is it... Where are we stunned? I can't see where we're stunned. Okay, they've moved away. And they've moved in. Okay, so they're healing here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so
Your opponent has a 1-point lead.
we can get a bunch of damage. Hang on.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Furia can act. How much damage has the captain got? 26. Honestly, I think Furia just kills here. So
I am moon renowned.
what if we just move this way? Give Furia like a pretty big shot onto this. Come on, got to make it. 1 in 10 fail. Okay, we got that, which is nice.
Well, I didn't.
Savria's going to come over here and just start poking and healing ourselves.
Healthy funny bones.
I don't think we need line of sight here, so let's just... We'll move here to try and reinforce that.
Laughter's my only medicine.
We can plant another thorn vine. Do you know what we're going to do? Is we're going to move to this side, try and block them in slightly, and plant another... Oops, that was a mistake. Plant a thorn vine there. The other thing we could even do is just plant a defense dome down. But I think what we want to do... Fine, we'll do this and start growing.
6 crew on the field.
Yeah, we don't want to melee with Noxie yet. We're trying to overwhelm them. This was a real mistake. We should have maybe deployed up here.
Opponents
Okay, so they're down to 1 but not dead.
2-point lead.
This was a mistake. We should have... Wait, did we not heal? Did we not Texo here? Oh, were we at 1? Oh my god, we were at 1, so that doesn't take us all the way up. So Furia's going to die. Which is, I suppose I'm kind of okay with that here. They've got 8 crew left. We've still got the full 10. So this is only 55. They do have to use the activation, but it will guaranteed kill here. But then we get the guaranteed kill here. So this is just a trade, which is fine. They've got 9. It's the fact we can't get onto Peacemaker Balam is the infuriating part. Yeah, we need to get back around this side, so maybe leaving here was a mistake. But Tipu being here is great. They can probably stun both of these. But if they do, that gives Flurry at least free reign, or we can deploy something over here. I'm not sure what we do. Like, it's the points are going to get away from us here is the problem. They can absolutely just deal with Furia, which is fine. Flurry, I think, is just short of getting on here, but what I think I'm going to do is just take that with our captain. Ooh, what are they playing? Are you trying to keep safe here? Is this, if this is something that can... Oh, sure. That's fine. As long as we can touch that objective, we really don't care about that at all. So that is absolutely fine. Okay, does Tipu hit back? Yes, he does. There we go. Very nice.
Your turn. Your opponent has a 3-point lead.
So this looks like it touches that objective.
You're wasting my...
So does this, but I can't quite tell. Let's move here just in case it does. It doesn't. So in that case, we are just going to take the hit here and just take that ourselves. What can we do here? So
Safety's no accident.
we're going to heal
Love to laugh?
this.
Oh, right. I'm a doctor.
We're going to hit here for 2. Tipu is going to come down and chew this up as well. So it's got 6 left. And if we can get... Crash is just out of range of doing both of these, isn't he? What if we just move over here?
Working the room.
So we stick Crash down. Is there really not a gap there? Fine, we'll pop it here.
Deployed 5 out of 6 crew
And
on
we'll
the field.
wreck it. And then kill Balam. The only thing's left, we've got a shield barrier, which can go onto Tipu.
I'll just put this.
And I guess we fertilise our own soil here. Okay, I feel like we're very much in this again. We should get another kill here. And like, they're going to create themselves an awkward situation. Because they're going to get what's he called? There you go, Toxoid. But we're going to chew through that very quickly.
1-point lead.
And we've got a lot of damage staring down the enemy captain right now. Like, they need to run. We're going to just absolutely chew them up. We've got Crash and Tipu both dealing a ton of damage. We've not quite blocked this off, which is unfortunate, but I think we needed to... Because I wasn't sure I was going to play Crash. So we needed to try and block off some of those routes. But this is pretty reasonable. Okay. Yeah, if that hits us, don't we attack back? Oh no, that's when the other trigger goes off. Okay, so Zappa's gonna deal a bunch here, which is pretty good for them. However, oh, because it pulled it all together.
Be wary. Your opponent has a clear point advantage.
Awesome. Okay, so they've got the point advantage again, but now we're doing okay. If we can just put a defensive buff onto Crash, we should be able to get close to taking out Zappa and Enki. So it could even be that we've just played Defense Dome. Defense Dome over here actually is really good into Electrify. The other option is, do we just go and kill the captain? Like, we're not going to have enough. This is all fine. We don't care about this at all. All our stuff is just going to mess around over there. So what can we play to follow this up? Oh no, we lose Crash.
Be wary. Your opponent has a clear point advantage. Your turn. Your opponent has a 2-point lead.
So
Watch it. Pointy staff.
maybe we are just on to burn.
Of course I know jokes.
I guess we reinforce here. Shield barrier ourselves and just push. Push again. Can we get... We can't quite get in range to do everything we want to. So we need to just stop this in place, basically. So let's just pop it over here so there's a bit of move blocking going on.
Let's freak out some nerds.
See if this can help move block as well. There we go, perfect.
Now with this.
The rival captain's health is at 50%.
So we can pop this in, this will deal with that. And then we can just defense dome all of our stuff.
You've deployed the maximum number of crew on the field.
We're just going to sit ourselves over here and buff this. And Flurry's going to just come back down to join the party for next turn. Sure, we'll fertilise all these.
You know what I mean.
Texo's just going to stay here as a move block. Okay. They're going to drop down to 1. And we're going to keep pushing the damage through. So this we just do not care about. Like, this is all just completely moot. They're going to get loads and loads of damage onto their Noxy. But
have a 1-point lead.
interesting, this says all units within range. It feels like that should electrify itself. But we've managed to get it down. We've got a really good defensive section set up. I think we're going to be able to do this and just burn the captain out. We're not losing points. We're not hemorrhaging anywhere. They're only ahead by 1. We've still got 8 crew left and they've only got 6. So this is obviously going to suck. Like, we knew this was going to be the case. They can deploy a plant, I believe. They haven't got all their plants out, so they can deploy a plant and kill the dome. But at this point, Noxy now gets buffed up. And we're going to be very close to just dealing with their crash. They can take this away from us, that's fine. But, like, dealing with... Oh, sorry, not their crash, their Zapper and Enki. What have we got left on the bridge? Have we got anything ranged? Detonia. So Detonia can just straight up kill that. Pacifier Oatly can just be a roadblock. So that is... Okay, Furia has to go... Yeah, it's going to have to go for Dome. She's going to take 1 damage just there for doing that. So this is... This positioning is interesting, because now we've got a really good Detonia placement. They're going to kill the Toxoid. Okay, so if they deploy in here just to kill the Toxoid, I think we just... Okay, so that is Texo. And don't quite kill us there.
Your opponent has a 3-point
So if we got
lead.
6, 7, we should have this, right?
No one gets me either.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and Detonia, so this should be fine. We'll just make sure we hit everything.
Oh, now you've done it.
What? No,
The
okay.
rival
So
captain's health is low.
we'll pop this over here, I guess. We should be fine.
Bring protection.
So we'll attack here. We'll attack here, then move. Bring Flurry in and hit. And then we'll just bring Detonia in over here and finish the game off. Oh my god, that was an awesome game. That was really awesome. Like, I had so much fun in that. That was just a proper roller coaster ride of a game. It was like, who was going to win? Where is it going to go? The sort of the back and forth. We felt like we were sort of not going to be able to overcome things. We got 50 points for that. That's the biggest win I've ever got. 50 points for winning with it, like a fun list as well. But it ended up working really, really nicely. So honestly, everything here felt great. It worked really well. Defense Dome was good. Like, they had to deal with it. It saved us a couple of units versus the Zapper. And then here's the list our opponents are using. Honestly, loads of just really good stuff here. Yeah, what a good time that was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. Let's have a quick look at our rank before we go any further. See if we got lucky here. Yeah, we gained a point up to rank 25. So, awesome game. Hopefully you guys loved it. If you did, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, Patreon, all that wonderful YouTube stuff. Subscribing would help me the most. I'm really trying to just push. I think at this point, I'd be happy to take, anything I can get just before end of October. I'm getting married. I just want to try and get a push for things before that. That would be incredible. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a good day.